So you want to take this chance to do some changes in your life. Maybe you want to get in a better shape, you want to do well in your business or in school. Congratulations, you came to the right place. But let me remind you that this chance comes once a year. And let's just say, God forbid, you live for only one more year. This is going to be the last winter for you. So if nothing changes, nothing changes. If you don't take action now, you're going to regret it down the line. But what is the winter arc, you might ask? Well, basically, it's just winter, and most people want to slack off because it's cold outside and they want to stay at their cozy homes, maybe watch some Netflix, eat some junk food, smoke some weed, whilst other individuals try to get closer to their goals. So if you want to take this chance, I want you to close your eyes and imagine the best version of you at the end of this. I want you to think deeply about that person, hold the image, and ask yourself the following. What are the two things that the future version of me, this future version of me, that took seriously to get where they are? Write those two things down and then write specific action steps to take in order to get there. So, for instance, you might want to lose weight. The action steps would be eating less and lifting some weights, etc. You get the idea. Now, I want you to imagine that person again and ask yourself the following. What is it that this future best version of me that don't do, that I still do, which I know that is hinging my progress? This could be smoking weed, doom scrolling, or watching porn, etc. You go back to this habit often, even though you don't want to do it. To stop this bad habit, I want you to imagine that best version of you looking at you whenever you do that thing, whenever you relapse, whenever you smoke again, whenever you do that thing that you know is negative. I want you to feel a bit of shame. And it's only normal. And then I want you to take it a step further and commit to a punishment system. So, for instance, you can do give some money to a charity every single time you go back to that habit, or you can give the money to your brother or sister, it doesn't matter. You can do a punishment system that punishes you every single time basically you do that bad thing. Straightforward, pretty simple. If it hasn't been on your list all along, I want you to add the physical exercises. It helps you to get from the focused mode of thinking to the diffuse mode of thinking. It helps with the BDNF release that promotes the growth and connection of neurons. It helps with losing weights, building muscles, decreasing the risk of chronic diseases like type 2 diabetes and heart diseases. The benefits are abundant and you can just look them up in the internet, and I'm pretty sure that you've heard lots about like working out and doing sports and stuff, but I want you to really implement at least 30 minutes of walking a day every single day. And if possible, I want you to do something that's a bit physically challenging, like doing calisthenics or going to a boxing class or lifting some weights for 3 to 4 days a week, if possible. Trust me, it's one of the 10 out of 10 high ROI things that you can do in your life. Eat the frog. Mark Twain said, if it's your job to eat a frog, it's better to do it first thing in the morning. And if it's your job to eat two frogs, it's better to eat the biggest one first. This is basically a productivity method or tactic where people want to identify the most difficult task of their day and start with that task. So you can identify the most unpleasant thing, the difficult thing that you usually procrastinate with and try to not do, and do it first thing in the morning. Which brings us to morning routines. I want you to create your own morning routine, the one that suits your goals. And how do you do this? You start by doing the most unpleasant thing in your day, just like I said. So, for instance, you might start by praying, running, take a cold shower, and then meditate, etc. Do the other stuff. The trick is that when you do these things first thing in the morning, you feel the fulfillment of winning. Personally, morning routines helped me a lot. It's basically a chain of unpleasant things that you do get done, which gets you going to just get more hard things done in your day, and it's going to change your life. Trust me. As an example, you can wake up, pray, get some sun exposure for 5 to 10 minutes, take a cold shower and meditate for 5 minutes, and then tackle your work or do whatever task that you need to do first thing in the morning. It's based on your goals, it's personal, so suit yourself with this one. And the last point that I want to talk about is don't wait for things to get easier, for there might be something else on your mind. Other than these achievements, these goals that you have, there might be a skill, a book, a piece to play on the piano, a project, or something else that you have been really thinking about, or you've wanted to do for a long time. And I want just to tell you that it's never going to be over. So stop waiting for life to get easier and telling yourself the lie that one day when things are different. I'm here to tell you it won't and it will never be. I want you to spend 30 minutes to 1 hour a day doing that thing. So you can start by reading, planning, practicing, executing, whatever it is. The point is, don't postpone things anymore and try your best to have some discipline. David Dada said, every moment waited is a moment wasted, and each wasted moment degrades your clarity of purpose. Finally, I'm going to tell you something that I need you to stick to your memory. Every single time you relapse, you fail, or feel down, I want you to breathe deeply, straighten up, hold that breath for a second, and then breathe out. See? You can breathe, which means you're still fighting. Don't sell yourself too short and give up early. If you like the video, share it, subscribe, hit the like button, and arrivederci.